Technique number 7 in the third round, Kenpo Karate for Christ, is cross of destruction. The attack and the initial movements of cross of destruction are identical to falling cross that we did back in purple belt. So if you'll remember, they're choking you with both hands from behind, and we're going to, again, shoulders come up, chin goes down to protect the throat right away, because it's that Frankenstein, choke from behind. We're reaching up, grabbing their thumbs, and as we step over with the left foot into a horse stance, we're turning the hand, turning their palms out, and pulling their arms down, hyperextending both their arms straight across our shoulders. There. So the first move is identical. What will change now is how we'll turn. We're going to set up a cross arm, but rather than pinning them low, we're actually going to twist them up and throw them forward. We've seen that cross arm idea with twisted wings in our green belt section. So now we're going to use that idea again, and I'll show a slight variation that I actually like better off the cross arm for this particular technique. So we've got the basic cross arm and twisted wing, and now you have a variation that I think is a little bit of a stronger hold. You can really throw them with the cross arm and use one hand, which is pretty cool. So again, they're choking, chin up, chin down, shoulders up. Grab the thumbs with your fingers. Thumbs go in the back of their hands. We're going to turn their hands, turn them palm up, step over, and bring the hands down, hyperextending their elbows on your shoulder. Now from here, with cross in purple belt, when we did this, we stepped forward and slipped the head under the arm and turned, crisscrossing your arms down. This time you don't have that option. So what we're going to do is move back into them. We can't go forward, so we're going to back up. And I'm going to, instead of slipping my right arm over, I'm going to slip my left arm over. Lift the hand that you've got in their left, you've got their left hand in your left hand, you're going to slip that over your head as you sweep back with the right leg, buckling into their knee. You're going to knock their leg back. So we're sweeping back into their leg, slipping out under this, continuing to hold both hands, and you'll come right out into a cross arm. It'll immediately take their arms and twist them up like this, and you'll have them in that cross arm position right away. So again, I step over, hyperextend the elbows, then I sweep back and really bump that leg back, bringing them down. In this particular technique, if you don't take their balance and their structure as you do it, it's going to make the takedown a lot harder. But from the get-go, here, once we sweep that leg out, they're table-topped, they're in cross-arm position. This is an easy takedown here. Now, their right foot will still be forward. Sweep the left leg back, the right leg's still where it was. So as I sweep back with my right leg, I'm going to front kick into that knee. And front kick, as you plant forward, that's when the rotation to the left is going to happen that throws them down. Right? From there, you'll do your full cover out. So, that much, we hyperextend, sweep the leg back. I've got them in the cross arm position. Kick, plant down, and you can, just from here, twist and easily throw them with the cross arm position. Again, when you're practicing this, make sure you've got your partner good and table-topped there, so you're not putting a whole lot of pressure on the elbow. If they're still able to stand up straight as you go into this twist, that's going to break their arm, or they're going to have to leap to protect their elbow. So you want them good and bent over. That's, again, why we have that buckle. Sweep that leg back, front kick. As we plant down, this should be a pretty easy takedown. Now, the variation on this here, you got their arms twisted up, right? You're holding left arm in your left hand and the right arm in the right hand. So as I come up this way, what we're going to do is with the right hand, we're going to reach down and grab the left arm. We're going to free up the left hand, right? I'm going to do that right after the kick. Kick, plant down. Right hand, which has their right wrist, is going to drop down and grab. Palm down, grab their left wrist, replacing your left hand. As you do that, flip the elbow up, like that bong sao, that wing arm. Lift it up, trapping the right arm that you released. So don't release it so they can pull it free, right? It's up here. You release it, it'll just drop. But you flip your elbow up and trap it, pin it against their arm with an elbow. So now your right arm's holding their left hand, your right elbow's got their right arm pinned. As you go to pivot, you don't even need your left hand now. You just twist, boom. And you'll throw them down with that cross arm with one arm. Throws them down. And then from there, full cover out. That's the variation on the cross arm throw. that we're going to use for this technique, cross obstruction. So again, they're choking you from behind, we step over, hyperextend, sweep that leg back, setting the cross arm, kick, and as we plant down, flip. Flip the right arm up, grabbing the left wrist. Your right elbow has to come pin that arm. So it keeps them in this position. And as you twist, just with that arm alone, I'll keep the left hand up just in case something slips or whatever, I've got to follow up. But with one hand, I can throw this guy over with that cross arm throw, and then full cover out. Really, depending on where they fall, might change for the, again, ideal phase. We're going to assume they go towards 12. You can cover out to 6. You can practice it that way. But realistically speaking, they could fall more towards, depending on how bent up and tied up you have them, they could easily fall closer towards 1030 or the 130 line, and that would change. If they fell that direction, I'd want to full cover out in the opposite direction. And we want to keep as much space between us and our opponent as possible. So one more time, cross of destruction, choke from behind, grab, sweep, kick, change the grip and throw, full cover out.